Now, if I were to diagram this is how, as I learned this is how how I pictured this. So, here's you or me now, and we set a goal. So the rocket ship, and I'm probably still more the rocket ship. If I were to put myself in one of those two categories, I'm still very goal-driven, and this is a worthy goal. It's a terrific goal, and it could be anything. I mean, it could be not just, okay, I want to retire when I'm 65, but I want to have a good day today at, with this person at lunch. Okay, it's just you have selected an outcome. So you're in this direction, time passes this way, and you're in the direction of going for this thing. Very worthy, very worth your time going for. And here's how this happens, is something happens on the way to the goal that you did not include in your plans. It wasn't part of the, when you're doing your planning and thinking, okay, this is how I'd like things to happen. This event was not part of it. And what happens is, it takes you in another direction that is a better outcome. That's serendipity. This, Carl Jung said, these synchronous events aren't within our conscious purview. They're not ours to, we don't have it within our conscious minds, our ego minds, to create. So the question then becomes, how does this happen? What's involved? If this isn't our conscious mind, what is? What's making this happen? Because the idea here is that this really was supposed to happen. It was meant to happen. But it wasn't part of your plan, but the outcome is better. How does that happen? What's the mechanics? What's the engine behind this?
So are we thinking along the lines of the law of attraction?
No, this is not the law of attraction, because you're not thinking of this. This is not in your sights at all.
So then, ask the question again.
So what's the engine that drives this? How does this work? I had to know this. As soon as I started reading this, I went, that's a cool idea. But if I can't make this work, if I'm, that whole as a man thinketh, so is he kind of idea, if I can't make this work, and yet, you and I and everybody we know has had these experiences. Probably some of you have had thousands of these experiences, but you don't really notice them because you just think, okay, that's just life being weird. But if we can figure out what's going on here and figure out the mechanics of it and how we can incorporate that process into our life, then this can be all the time, where we keep having better outcomes, better outcomes, better outcomes, not because of what we create, but because this process happens. So what's the engine?